Buckingham Palace has kept a dignified silence today, saying nothing about the onslaught of accusations from Prince Harry.
But for the royal family, actions usually speak louder than words. So could Meghan and Harry actually be banned from King Charles's coronation? Well, here to discuss this with us tonight is TalkTV contributor Paula Rowan-Adrienne, broadcaster and former MEP Alex Phillips, and Katie is still with us. Paula, to you first.
Good evening.
Good evening. So what do? Do they never complain, never explain, or will they have to say recollections may vary?
Well, there's two things here. They do say, they definitely do explain, and they definitely do complain. What they don't do is attribute it specifically to them. It will be a royal source, or a source close to the family, or a source close to X, Y, or Z.
Yes.
And we know that that happens, and we will see that onslaught, that tsunami of them not explaining, but actually really they are, over the next couple of weeks.
I mean, isn't that exactly what Harry has been complaining about? He alleges that this is what they made a habit of,
Yes.
that they repeatedly briefed against him and his wife. Personally, I find that quite hard to believe, particularly in the case of William. I'd really like to hear what Katie thinks about that, because I just don't really see with William what he had to gain from doing that. Katie,
no, well, there wasn't anything to gain, and as far as I was concerned, I never had a courtier briefing against the couple.
Right.
Yeah, of course they brief. That's their job. They're a communications team,
not against
each
other.
It was a deal between them. I mean, so Alex, how do they respond? Do they respond, or do they maintain the moral high ground?
I don't think... I mean, he's just blown himself up, hasn't he? What is there to say? If they were going to say anything at all, and I don't think they should probably say, are you OK? Yeah. You know, do you need help? Because what he has done is very destructive to them, but it strikes me, it's incredibly self-destructive. Yeah. And I wonder where his support network is.
Oh,
you know, who's saying, are you sure you want to do this?
About his support network. I think he's had too much of a support network. There's all this psycho-babble that's got him into the mess in the first place. Katie,
it seems to me they're exploiting a very troubled man.
Well, there is that.
Yeah.
There is that. Katie, how do you think Prince William personally responds to this? He is so dignified. You know, this is a guy who's never put a foot wrong. He is his face is poker face all the time, isn't it?
I mean, it is. You're right, it is. But I've seen a trend for William, I think, to start speaking out a bit more. So he addressed those racism allegations. I mean, he was doorstepped.
It was one sentence, wasn't it?
But it was a really important sentence. He was clearly so angry that he felt the need to respond. On the back of that quite tricky tour to the Caribbean, where they came in for a lot of flack, he and Kate, he wanted to address that. He wanted to discuss it head on.
Do you think, or did he just
No, it wasn't planned. It wasn't signed off by Charles or anyone else. It was something he wanted to do. So I think while there is still a generation at the palace that believe the never complain, never explain mantra is the best, I think the Prince of Wales is actually perhaps more inclined to answer back, and I wonder if he might. I think if we're going to get a comment at all, I think it's likely to...
Do you agree with Paula there'll be lots of sort of behind-the-scenes briefings from
I can tell you,
team?
we've not had briefings today. There has been a no comment. They are not going... They know that if there are briefings, that they will only fuel this narrative.
But where does this stop? I mean, we raised the question of could they be banned from the coronation?
I don't think they'll be. I don't think. It was interesting to hear Sally predict that they won't be there, but I don't think they'll be banned.
Sally's strong view was that they won't turn up. Certainly, I'm sure they'd rather be seen to take the initiative here rather than be, you know, the humiliation of.
Well, it might well be that that's the case, but I don't believe that they would be banned. I spoke to a source, you know, close to Charles, who says he wants to extend this olive branch. He wants a relationship with his son, so he's not going to ban him
Alex,
from the
if they are invited, should they attend?
Well, all of this is more publicity for them, which is what they want. But the problem is their publicity takes away the publicity for the royal family. It damages the royal brand. And this isn't about the Kardashians. This isn't a reality TV show. This is a constitutional monarchy. This is how our country works and is governed. And so I think the royal family have no choice but to extend an invitation. But, you know, be it at their own peril, because it will be all about those two.